Welcome my friends to First Look Weekly, a series where we check out unique and upcoming games. So I ran into a rather fun game. It's a bit of a niche, but the combat mechanics were really unique and interesting. The first demo will come out soon, but I was privileged to play it for a bit. The tutorial threw me into an interestingly drawn dungeon where I had to fight monsters in a rather smart way. I had to get used to the controls a bit, but as long as I don't move, the game doesn't proceed. Unless I held the shift key. This way, you have plenty of time to fight, like any RPG Maker or Final Fantasy game, by having your characters on cooldown after casting. After a while, it became very intuitive to use this method of fighting. I quickly realized all my characters were useless except the wizard, so that girl did most of the fighting, and only if I missed or got overwhelmed, I just spammed melee attacks with the rest. There is the cleric, responsible for buffing and healing. We have the fighter, responsible for having one attack, and the archer, responsible for missing attacks. Seeing my wizard had the damage, I removed all of the three mentioned earlier and made two more wizards. Having regrets about not having a healer, I added a cleric as fourth. However, my tutorial party was level 9 and my new guys were level 1. Which meant my poor wizard named Curator will be responsible for pretty much everything. You can level up your skills, which are a set of class-inclusive skills with some overlap. Typical D&D-like skill set with magic types, armor, resistance and utility skills. I quickly threw my fresh wizard apprentice group into an adventure which exists out of multiple stages. Some to buy buffs, some for just treasure and a lot of fights. The maps are actually super unique and I love the style. It has some 3D Doom vibes, but then polished into the next century. The adventure was level 6 and my level 1 guys nearly instantly got murdered by some trapper. The level 9 wizard also got damaged when I got a bit overwhelmed. Finally getting the hang of the game, I realized it was just hit and fall back. And I cleared the entire further dungeon with just a wizard at absolutely no health whatsoever. Just spamming fireballs was by far the best method to win any fight. Falling back, waiting for the cooldown and repeat. Somehow my freshings were revived and even leveled and I couldn't complete the dungeon. Well, I could, but I didn't want to with my current health stats, so lost most of the loot when I left the dungeon earlier. The cleric could wear heavy, so will now have to tank and hopefully do a good job as he will frontline from now on. With Q you switch between characters and the rule is always have Curator active spam fireball and only switch to the other mages when it isn't dead. She can also buff others and herself, which is of course very helpful as they last 5 minutes of move time and I can buff up Berlin or Cleric. My Dark Water Wizard proved insanely effective in freezing enemies, but in a moment of idiocy I killed her again, so I still not perfected the gameplay for some reason. The game allowed plenty of jump and run aspects as well to get to the good loot, although in hindsight I didn't even have to. After each mission, the party gets healed a bit, including revived if down. Besides encounters, there's always a shop for boons. You'll need to find crystals in the level to buy here, and obviously I just need more spell damage, the rest is garbage. But I can also buy resources, which I will do some. Completing a dungeon gives tons of level and skill points, at least on this level it does, and also attribute points for leveling the core skills. After building the temple I can learn dark and light spells. I rather had the mage tower, but I needed more mercury, so back to adventure again. I got an arena level in my next adventure, which was quite the slaughter. Obviously having a super wizard meant I kite the living daylight out of them, and the cleric was tanky enough to take most of the damage. A town level afterwards also had the same survive type of events, and those are getting quite tough. The Dark Wizard is becoming powerful as well and can one-shot enemies with an homing Dark Bolt. And once home I learned and upgraded the body magic skill for the cleric. Now I can mass heal and get some real spells. The same I do for the dark magic, which can now cast way stronger spells. The upgrading process in this is quite straightforward. I can fight harder enemies and increase the loot chance in the adventure menu as well. I think this game is fun to play, has a very unique and smooth gameplay, but you need to get used to it a bit. I'm interested in where this game will go and I think the demo will be fun to play for a lot of you. So see the description for more info and where to get it very soon. Thank you for watching.